Welcome back, race fans. Tonight, the Neighbor Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series gets back into action here tonight for season 15, round number 18 here at Richmond Raceway, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, Will Roberts, just waking up, but I'm sure he's awake, so I think we're good to go.
Wide awake.
Yeah, I know I got to pick on you there, buddy, but you know, it's Richmond, man, short track racing, but mile-and-a-half style racing. This track is fast. Gonna see a lot of a lot of battles out here, but tire wear, and I mentioned it to you earlier, I think coming out of turn 2 is definitely going to be a problem, but we'll get more on that here in a bit. But, how you doing tonight, Will?
I'm doing pretty good, Josh. How about yourself?
Well, hanging in there.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Like Richmond, this evening, Richmond Fairground used to be the, now Richmond Raceway just sits literally just a few hundred feet where the Richmond Fairgrounds used to lay. Anywho, so it's a fantastic track. You don't know now, since with these Gen 7 Cup cars, you just never know what type of racing you're going to get. It's normally pretty chaotic field as of late at Richmond, because turn 2 or just turns 1 and 2 seems to be the more chaotic route that these cars love to take. And tonight we've been seeing it in practice, these cars just being a handful off of corner number 2. That's going to probably be our calamity corner, because the drivers are having a problem just getting the car to, it's almost over rotating off the corner, so to speak. But turns 3 and 4 doesn't look to be as bad. The fuel window tonight, it's going to be tricky, because depending on how the cautions may fall and lay, right? So yeah, Joshua, it's going to be, I just think, a chaotic field race with many different sprinkles of chaos.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I know I kind of goofballed there a little bit on the pre-race analytics, but I did change it. Now, we got a track temp of 73. A lot of wind out there at about 21 miles an hour. I think that's the highest I have ever seen that on iRacing.
At Richmond.
Yeah.
And man, that is going to play a big factor, getting through these corners, getting out of the especially how the track is laid up, depending on how the wind is going to be blowing. It could blow you right out of the corner, so to speak.
Right.
So
yeah, I think they're definitely going to have to be careful. Pretty good field out here tonight too. It looks like 20 drivers. Oh man, and Michael Yarrow just slammed the outside wall here. But we're looking at 200 laps here tonight in regulation, 150 miles, 4 sets of tires in total. Now 50 to 60 laps roughly, I think will be the area to watch where they're going to have to be careful. If they could save tires, they could probably, I think, get more than 60 laps. They only get 4 sets. Now, your fuel, though, is about 92 to 98 laps. Now, will they chance it, in the, after the stage and go as far as they can, or will they cut it in half? I think that really remains to be seen. If I was them, I'd split it. I would not go 92 to 98 laps. I wouldn't even go past 60 laps on tires, But then again, they may not wear, as much here tonight. I know every week's different, so I guess we will find out. Pit road, dangerous. That is a dangerous place. Regardless of where you're at, what car you're in, it is 40 miles an hour pit road here tonight with a pace speed of 50. I do want to jump down here into the point standings and go ahead and get that out of the way here tonight. Zachary Rogic has a pretty good lead right now, and I know it's only 39 points, but, it's still, he keeps gaining that ground. And he is sitting at 4 wins this season at 605. Chris Paff with a win here coming into tonight at 566 in second, 39 behind Zach. Ryan Besser has 2 wins on the season. He's in third at 546. 59 behind Rogic, and 20 behind Path. Joseph Cossey, I don't know what to say about this dude. He's got 6 wins on the season out of the, out of the races we have ran here, and he's sitting in 4th right now at 536, 69 behind the leader and 10 behind Ryan. Zach Deutscher has a win. Sitting in 5th at 487, 118 behind the leader and 49 behind Joseph. Kyle Munson in 6th at 477. 128 behind the leader and 10 behind Zach. Austin Sailors in 7th at 433, 172 behind the leader and 44 behind Kyle. Michael Yallrow in 8th at 430, 175 behind the leader and 3 behind Austin. Jeff Gilmore in 9th at 416, 189 behind the leader and 14 behind Michael. And Gomez, Mark Koshik, is going to crack the top 10, moving up the spot into 10th at 353, 252 behind the leader and 63 behind Gilmore. Art Mullane, he's going to be up a spot as well, into 11th at 352, 253 behind the leader and 1 behind Gomez. Jason Adams down to it at 12th at 339, 266 behind the leader and 13 behind Art. Philip Bridgman staying in 13th at 333, a lot of threes in that one, at 272, 272 behind the leader and 6 behind Jason. Jim Coleman-Spurg at 14th at 320. 285 behind the leader and 13 behind Phillip. Kyle Heath also with the win this season at 15th at 279. 326 behind the leader and 41 behind Jim. Robbie Stewart staying in 16th at 273. 332 behind the leader and 6 behind Kyle. Kevin Roy up a spot into 17th at 260. 345 behind the leader and 13 behind Robbie. Gary Slapinski down a spot into 18th. At 243, 362 behind the leader and 17 behind Kevin. Robbie Darnell, nice to see Robbie back out with us here tonight. Got everything fixed up and ready to rock and roll, so Robbie's back out here with the guys. He'll be in 19th at 234, 371 behind the leader, 9 behind Gary. And Larry Blair up 3 spots, cracking the top 20 at 230. 375 behind the leader and 4 behind Mr. Darnell there. That is our top 20 coming in tonight. Round number 18, folks. We're going to step aside, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising while we'll go get some coffee or whatever. We will be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we're back. Qualifying underway, coming down to the final. 2.5 minutes roughly here. We got Y'all Robot on track. Adams, Sailors coming out. Looks like now Ryan Messer at the edge of the pit road, and Chris Paff is out there on the track. I'm sure Tara is out there somewhere in chat here tonight. Right now, Joseph Cossey up in the top spot here in the 88 with a 22.255. We will see here if Joseph can get his 7th win on the season here tonight, or if, you know, somebody's going to knock him out, because Joseph is actually going for his, let me look at it here, 4th win in a row, Will. So,
he's really been stringing them together.
Yeah, he is on a tear right now. Under a minute and a half left. Austin Sailors up to 2nd. Jason Adams in 3rd. Doesn't look like Ryan is coming out. Looks like Gomez, Robbie Stewart. Gomez is Mark Koshik. Robbie Stewart, Kevin Roy, David Cassidy, Jim Coleman'sberger, Ryan Messer, Kyle Munson, and Larry Blair looks like is going to be starting toward the back here and not qualifying. So we're going to get it down here to about the roughly about the 30-second mark, and then we will get Joseph down here for his pole interview here tonight. And I do think this is going to be one. This will be his 3rd pole of the season as well. I've got it up on my laptop for everybody that doesn't know. It's always good to have 3 screens and a laptop handy. All right, let's get Joseph down here real quick. We will have a word in with Mr. Cossey here tonight. Joseph Cossey, bud, got a copy down there?
Joseph.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, grabbing the pole out here tonight, buddy. Your 3rd pole of the season. Of course, you're going for your 4th win in a row as well, so no pressure on that either. But it's Richmond, man. It's a short track. Races like 1.5 miles. It looks like turn 2 is going to be a problem out here tonight, buddy. Talk about it. How you feeling out there here this evening?
Got limited practice. We're fly by wire here, and we're just gonna send it and hopefully hope for the best.
Okay, all right. Do you think tire wear going to become a huge problem out here tonight, or do you think it's going to be kind of a limited, kind of save a little bit, but not too much? What are you thinking?
Tire wear is always an issue here. You gotta keep the rears underneath it. The more you spin up the tires, the worse your day is going to become.
All right.
During this race.
All righty, buddy. Well, I think you guys are grading up here. 2 pace laps here tonight before we get the green. So congratulations on the pole here tonight, buddy. Good luck out there here at Richmond. We'll see what happens.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Let's get him down here on the grid here tonight. Did he grid yet? No. Always fails. He hasn't gridded. All right, we're going to get him on the grid here tonight, though. The MaxspeedTV starting grid. Joseph Cossey grabbing the pole with a 22.255. Congratulations to Joseph on the pole again here tonight, his 3rd of the season. Austin Sailors going to start on the outside of him at 2nd. Jason Adams 3rd. Philip Richmond 4th. Edward Sharir, I think that's how you pronounce his name. If not, he'll correct me later. He'll start 5th. Zach Deuscher in 6th. Thomas Sherman 7th. Jeff Gilmore in 8th. Robbie Darnell, there he is. They're starting out 9th here tonight. Chris Paff 10th. Michael Yallrow at 11th. Zachary Rongich 12th. Ryan Messer 13th. David Cassidy 14th. Kyle Munson 15th. Larry Blair 16th. Kevin Roy 17th. Jim Coleman'sberger at 18th. Mark Gomez Koshik 19th. And Robbie Stewart going to round out to the field here tonight. I call him the other Robbie. No offense to Robbie Stewart. Just that's what I call him. The other Robbie.
Yes, sir. When you have 2 of the same name, it can be difficult at times.
Yes, it can.
Here we go. rolling to a very hazy race start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. I forget we get 2 warm-up laps at short tracks. I'm always antsy, man. I'm
Man.
always ready to go.
Will's ready to rock and
Man,
roll out here tonight, folks.
Yeah, that's just my driver mentality, Joshua. Once I get, ooh, I tell you,
Yeah.
once I see cars rolling, I am just ready.
All right, looks
So-
like Brian Odell's rooting on Zachary Rongich out here tonight. Looks like Zachary's going to start 12th. I did.
Yes, let's do picks real quick,
Yeah.
Joshua. We don't normally do picks. Let's do picks real quick.
Well, I am gonna go for Robbie Darnell here tonight. You know, I'm gonna pick Robbie. Coming back here
All right,
after
you got
some
Robbie?
some hiccups here. I'm gonna go for Robbie. Yep.
I'll pick the pole sitter.
Oh, Joseph Kelsey. All right.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, the pace car will dive off. Do the safety of pit road for the first time here tonight. Everybody getting bumper to bumper and in through the hazy start-finish line or the start. Green flag is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight in Richmond. Man, it's hazy out there.
Yeah, super hazy. I wonder if there's a forest fire somewhere. So, very, very even start.
Ooh, coming out
Very
at
great start,
2.
too.
Yeah, got to be careful.
Oh, man, look at how, almost like a fog, Joshua.
Yeah,
As if they were racing at the beaches of Daytona.
yeah, it does.
So-
Well, Kelsey going to lead the first lap here with a gap of about 0.3 of a second. 1 lap down, 199 to go here tonight. Oh, very close back here.
Yarrow almost ran over.
Oh, we got a yellow already. Out of 2. And it looks like it is going to come. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That would be, Jason Adams.
Yes, Jason, who qualified 3rd position,
Looks,
just gets into turn 1, just completely. The car just starts to just kick out right as he starts to set the car into the corner. That's when we see the back end right now. It's going to just start to just bam. It just goes away. Now that is just instantly problem.
Oh!
Tires. It's going to take tires here
Yep.
at Richmond a while, 10, 12 laps to finally get to temperature. Even then, they're not going to.
Yep.
Even then, the car's not going to be controlling.
Yeah, 38
So,
and 7. 38 and 17 also got a little piece. 17 hit the wall. 38 of Rongich got into him. Just wanted to kind of go into that a little bit.
Car doesn't look too worse for wear. I'm surprised it wasn't a worser. That's not a word, Willie.
Worser.
I'm surprised it wasn't more gruesome of a wreck than what we just saw, right? But it could just be visual. You know, he could have a lot more damage under undercarriage than we could see.
Cracking me up already here, Willie.
Oh,
Man.
Yep.
Well, I don't know you by Willie. I know you by either Will or William. I know in chat you're as
yes, sir.
I think
Willie
Willie B. Roberts, so different names. But hey, we got 13, 11, 12, 13 people out there watching at 2 likes. Already our first yellow here this evening.
I'll try to make a short story real quick, Joe.
Okay, go ahead.
I had a math teacher in the 7th grade tell me. She stopped me one morning on the way into school because you know how teachers would sometimes be standing there in the halls, kind of in the halls doing the homework or something, or grading papers, you know, before school started. Anyway, so she stops me and she says, "William, what is your name when you come to my class?" Because I had the bad habit of marking Will, Willie, William. Like every other paper, I would mark Will, Willie, or William. I didn't know what I was going to write at the top right corner of my name. You know, I was just going to mark something because everybody called me something different. So she told me, she said, "Pick a name, and that is what you will be called." And I said, "William." I said, "My name is William. I'm sorry. My name is William. I'm so sorry." So yeah, but I go by anything William, Willie, Will. I've had people call me Bill.
Oh, okay.
But that was years ago. I have not been called Bill in a long time. Yeah. So that quickie caution, so to speak. Richmond, you know, we can have a quick story time, right? So still having the haze here, Josh.
Yeah, I hope that haze clears up.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Adams
Robbie normally has the sim progression since they incorporated that a few months ago.
Nope.
Robbie's normally been pretty good about letting that be quick.
And pace car's off and away. Here we go into the restart zone. And green back out once again. Joseph Cossey on the loud pedal. And Jason Adams is back out there on the racetrack. All right, guys, be careful coming out of turn number 2 here.
Yeah, just getting into one, as we just saw, the car just kicks out from Jason, and nothing you can do at that point. You're along for the ride. You can only try to lock it down. Oh, tight racing there between Austin and Zach Deutscher. Wrong inch.
3 wide and ooh, backed out of that.
Richmond thought, yeah, he thought way better of it. Good for Philip. Someone's got to back out. This is not lap 199.
No. Oh, Philip getting real close to that bottom line there. And you do not, here at Richmond, you do not want to catch that yellow line into the corner. It will spin that car. So Philip's got to be careful.
Oh,
man, very tight out of 2. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got one off. Oh, no, that is Zachary Rogich. Good save. But,
yeah, he locked it down and was able to yank it back to the right, and the car didn't oversteer. So, heck of a drive for Zachary. It is, you see how just unruly the car is coming off of turn number 2. You like I said at the top of the show, you just have that, just oversteer of the car, so to speak, just coming off the corner.
It looks like we had a hiccup with a number here too. Thomas Sherman, 23 on the car, but 20 in the driver bar. It looks like Ryan Messer, or was that David Cassidy? I think David had a moment there in the 17. But yeah, the 20 or the 23 is the 20 of Thomas Sherman, running in about the 7th spot. So he's still right there where he started. So hanging on for dear life. Oh, Yarrow, 45, coming right up almost to the back of him as well. Man. All right, let's check on the leaders. Single file. That's pretty much what they're doing right now. Right here is about where the battle is. 16, 23, 45. Everybody else is pretty much single file. So we're going to kind of stay right here. Chris Paff coming up through the field here too. Or trying to anyway.
I have a question, Joshua. At some point, can we maybe get like the cockpit onboard view of maybe see how foggy or hazy it is from the driver's perspective?
Yeah,
you know, because I'm just amazed, man.
Yeah, we can look at Michael Yarrow here, and yeah, you can definitely see the haze. Stephen Lane out there said looks like somebody went too hard with a smoker in the infield, which would kind of make sense. But yeah, you can definitely see that haze out there for sure. Looking cockpit here with Yarrow.
You can also see, even in front of Yarrow further up ahead, how twitchy these cars are being coming off of that corner number 2, and even a little bit on the front stretch, the not so straight front straightaway.
Jeff Gilmore up to 4th after the first early caution here. There were some drivers that come down, but everybody else pretty much stayed out. Pretty much about 90% of the field stayed out. You know, too early to really come down pit road and do anything. You know, don't want to use a set of tires if you don't have to. Thomas Sherman just got around the 5 of Philip Bridgman. Here comes the 16 of Ryan Messer up to the tailpipe of the 2023, whatever.
Phillips kind of almost, I don't want to say struggling at the moment, but it's getting there. He's now searching for different grooves to kind of get the car to go back, getting back going, right? He's kind of rolled out at the moment, and that's what can happen with these Gen 7 cars. You can kind of run too much in a certain groove, and you're just kind of just stall yourself out, and you're going to have to search around maybe and find the speed back again, and that's what some of these drivers are having to do. They're having to move around and look for that speed. It's not just in the bottom, it's not just in the top. It could be if you can get the car maybe to point somewhat in the middle, you could have a good run through that certain part.
Yeah, Ryan just got around Thomas Sherman to go into 6th, so had a little pass there. Looks like Yarrow still fighting Phillip here for 8th.
Here comes Path.
And Path making his way, as well as Cal Mutson started 15th. Oh, Yarrow! Ooh, yeah.
Save that Yarrow.
Turn 2 again. Man.
And, you know, you just saw how treacherous it was, you know, just trying to navigate underneath a fellow competitor, trying to drive off the corner, get back through the throttle.
Rogic.
I really like
around Larry.
Larry's updated Valvoline car.
Yeah. It's all right. Yep. Rogic just got around Larry for 13th. Larry back into 14th. He is still up a couple of positions from where he started. I'm still going for Robbie Darnell here tonight, folks. That's way early here tonight, so, you know, anything can happen. Now, no fast repairs, so, you know, they get damage. They're going to have to, you know, they're going to have to get it fixed or call it a night and get ready, of course, for next week. I know it's early to talk about it, but, you know, we go to my favorite 2-mile track, or one of my 2 favorite 2-mile tracks. We go to Michigan next week. I love Michigan, 100 laps. You know, they got to get through tonight first.
200-mile race.
Yeah, they got to get through tonight first.
Banger of a race next week, man. Michigan.
If y'all hear a
16
fan,
degrees of banking.
y'all hear a fan in the background, that's I got a fan pointed at me. It's hot.
Oh yeah, I have a fan too.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees in this house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is a hot one down here in the south again today, Joshua.
Yep. Oh, and Phillip Richmond.
And then next week they're supposed to be in the hundreds.
Yeah,
right?
we're supposed to be 103, 104 degrees Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So yeah, it's gonna be hot. And that does not include the heat. Oh, another one had problems. Sailors.
Austin.
Yeah, he almost slayed it into the wall.
Yeah, and he was trying to sail it in the right direction. Yes, we're both very good with the puns tonight.
Yeah, Brian, turn 2 is not being too friendly with these drivers here this evening. That is for sure. And I said that at the beginning. I said turn 2 is going to be the problem turn. And it's definitely playing a factor here tonight. But I do want to go ahead and get that stage. We do have our stage here tonight. White flag at 53, and then when they hit 54, that will be our caution. Still watching Rogic here to the inside of the HendrickCars.com 5 of Phillip Richmond. Zachary had it at the line, but down into 1. You know, when you're side by side with somebody coming out of 2, that is where you really have to be careful pushing up into that other vehicle. But you know, both Cassidy, Rogic, and Phillip backed out of it, and they you know, they got through turn 2 just fine. So
yes, sir. There's a lot of give and take normally early in the beginning of a short track race, especially at Richmond. Like I said, normally, not always. It doesn't tend to always be that way, but this race in particular, you know, SRU drivers normally can be pretty give and take in the beginning of these races, right? Because they normally like to get to that stage, and
then after that they race it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're going to see probably after the stage, we're probably going to see a lot more 3 wide, I would think. Now, I don't know how early I would do that because you still have a long way to go. But I think we're going to see a lot more take after the stage. But I still think people, you know, these drivers are going to be still patient. Uh-oh, Robbie Darnell having a problem, and he's still having problems. No yellow.
I don't think he fully, like, stopped or, like, got completely enough sideways. I think it was just enough uncontrollable Like he gathered it up. He saved it. Another tremendous save out of turn number 2. And we said it was going to be Calamity Corner. But man, these drivers, they've been reeling back the reins, so to speak.
Thomas Sherman up to
something
5th.
happens. Good run in that disguised 20 car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, newcomer. Edward Sharir, also a newcomer to. I've never seen these guys before at SRU, so I would assume they're new. But nice to see.
To my knowledge, they could be in the truck series. I'm not sure if they're in the Xfinity series. They have not been recently in the past few weeks, but they could just be new in SRU in general, like you're saying. So good to see them nevertheless.
Yeah, and I see them out here. Oh, we've got 2 likes out there, folks. We got 11 watching. Smash the like button out here tonight. We've had that 1 yellow, and we've had some close calls out here already tonight. And it looks like we're going to have a potential battle here coming up between Chris Paff, Kyle Munson. Going to stay right here with that 22 and the 40 here, 57 and the 45 right behind them. Jeff Gilmore, Michael Yarrow. So a couple of battles here brewing.
Oh, they are brewing for sure. You know, whenever you have a good battle at Richmond, you never know how it's going to go. So.
And it looks like Kyle, he's going to take that spot away from Chris. I think Chris might have backed out of it a little bit. And even a battle behind him.
Just a wee bit. He saw what a tremendous run and momentum that Kyle had as he slung it into 3. He pointed that car down there, and he almost kind of saw the trajectory of Kyle gonna slide. You know, it wasn't a dirty slider by no means. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Yarrow got around Gilmore. Rogic also got around Gilmore.
Yes,
so Rogic coming up into 9th now after starting 12th and having an early hiccup here tonight. Well, I would say a couple of hiccups. Got damaged at the beginning and then had a little spit-a-rooty there out of 2. But he is making up some time.
Wasn't Gilmore in either 3rd or 4th, and now he's all the way down to 10th?
He started 8th. Yeah, Gilmore is back in the 10th now.
But he drove up.
Yeah, he did drive up there. Yeah.
So man, turn as some people can say, as the tables has turned, right? Or, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I like to say funny stuff. So,
looks like Cossey and Sharir, I mean, they've kind of broken away a little bit from Deutscher. That's 3rd here at about a second, a little over a second and a half. Tires probably really showing a factor now.
For some, you know, those tires are just now starting to come to life.
Right.
Man, they've already, they jumped off that waterfall a long time ago.
That looks like Cossey, Sharir, Deutscher, Messer, Sherman, Munson, Paff, Yarrow, Rogic, and Gilmore. That is our top 10 as of 43 laps, or 42 laps, coming up on 43 laps here momentarily. And Joseph right now has led all 42 laps completed. And he is coming up on, I believe, that is the 24 of Jason Adams. It is. And tough break for Jason. Started 3rd and unfortunately had that early spin. And caused him to go all the way back into the 20th spot. He is trying to stay on the lead lap here, but Cossey and the lead pack is coming. And a big, huge battle back here, too. Looks like Munson, Sherman, Paff, Yarrow, and Rogic all kind of sandwiched together. Paff doesn't want to have any part of it. Oh, Yarrow got loose. You've seen it too.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Rogic gets 2 for 1 special out of turn number 4. Just Yarrow, and we have seen it already as he was battling Bridgman earlier in the race coming out of turn number 2. That, the
Man.
combination of, tire, car, track, just not liking, and also just trying to get back to the throttle, and the car just saying, no, not yet.
Yep.
Let me
And
roll a little bit more.
I
Let me
gotta-
get out this corner still.
Oh, man, I got to say the 40 of Kyle Munson doing a very good job running his own line. Still battle back here. Rongich now up to 6, just getting around Sherman there.
Yeah, Rongich on a drive back after trying to catapult Jason into the next county. But, just they just had it coming together, not, like you said, after Jason performed his spinaloonie.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. I don't think Rongich has got any major damage on that car.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
He was able to repair it for the most part, like I said, and he'd taken a look to the inside of Munson, going in through 1 and 2 here, and right back. Battles afoot, man. They are everywhere.
Yep.
Chris Papp has a front row seat for it as he's watching these guys battle in front of him, sword and shield, so to speak. Closing in, we are just a few laps away from that stage break, Josh. But as I tell you, they are getting through the traffic at the moment, putting, as I like calling from now, again, jaw of flat down. So there goes Jason down. As now, Cossie is putting a car between him and the 8 car, between him and Edward. So he now about to be 2 cars between him and Edward. The lights here at Richmond are on. Joshua, the lights, the grandstand lights are on.
Ooh, Edward pushed it
Robbie
up.
Stewart.
Yeah,
Edward pushed up into Robbie. You were correct there, yes, sir.
And, well, coming to lap 52, so next time by, folks, not this time, but the next time by, we'll be at the white flag.
And the haze got so bad, the lights came on.
Yeah, the lights came on, yeah. All right, lap 52 here tonight. Actually, this is going to be the white flag this time. All right. The white flag is in the air, right?
Yes, sir.
No.
Good drive back.
No, it's not. My bad.
Oh.
No, it's lap 52. This coming up time by will be.
Look at you
instead
of me
I'm
with all the...
I'm getting ahead of myself. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm a bad influence on you.
Now I'm confused because it just updated to 53, so I think that's the white flag right here. Yeah. All right, lap 53 here, folks. So this time by will be our stage. All right. There is our stage. I think I was further back. That's why. I was looking back. I wasn't on Joseph. All right. Well, our stage winner goes to Joseph Cossie here tonight. Congratulations to Joseph on stage winner. One stage is all they get, so...
We see all the lead lappers now. Everybody on the lead lap coming down pit road was open, so Joseph leading them in.
Yep.
We will talk to our stage winner momentarily.
Yeah, as soon as they come back out. Ain't gonna bother them when they're on pit road. Nope, not gonna happen.
No, sir. Interesting to see if Edward could maybe win the race off pit road. He was the closest competitor to Joseph, and they were, he had closed up the gap to Cossie before they pitted, so
we're about
to have to wait and see here.
No.
Oh, no. It was close. It was kind of close. Just all Cossie has to do, since he's pulsator, just basically power up, and he's away, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here if we can get Cossie back down here real quick and chit chat with him. Cossie, got a copy there, buddy? I know you're there. Looks like he's muted, but I'll give him a minute to unmute. Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are. All right. Well, stage winner here tonight, buddy. You've led all the early laps, early caution out here tonight. But, I mean, now it's go time, man. How was the tires feeling there? When did they start to come in? When did they kind of start to fall off? And now what is it going to take going to the shootout to the end, buddy? Talk about it.
Shoot, they're always falling off. Every lap you make, they're falling off here. But ran a good run. Got a couple buddies here that I've added new to the league. Thomas Sherman and Ed Shearer. Ed Shearer behind me. Basically my teammates, I guess you could call them. Man, he's running right there up there with me. Yep, that'd be my buddies. Like I said, we were running pretty good there. Tires were looking good. Pretty much even on all four sides, to be honest.
All righty, buddy. Well, I guess we'll find out. This is going to be a longer run to the end, man. You got a game plan going forward?
Play it by ear. We'll see what everybody else does. If I got to cover off somebody in the pits, or if we're gonna do maybe a one-stop or something here.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you get back to it, buddy. Good luck down there. Congratulations to the stage win here tonight.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Well, now we know a little bit more about who Ed and Mr. Sherman is.
Yes, it's nice to know the background friend lore, you know, yes.
All right.
So Cossie, I guess, comes into leagues and he kind of gets a feel for them, dominates a little bit, and then recruits his friends over. I like it, I like it. That's kind of what I used to do in certain leagues. I would get a feel for the waters and then I'd be like, hey, I got a couple of friends. Is it okay? So you just got to be a friend of a friend.
Yeah. Oh, coming to the restart here to be lap 59. Of course, stages are done. The NASCAR Day Busch Cup Series, Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series here tonight. Round number 18, season 15 here at the Haze Fog of Richmond, presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. And into the start zone here tonight, back at it. Green back out once again here tonight. Now, I think we're going to see some of these guys trying to make some early moves here. Oh, man, already Zachary Rongich right onto the tail of the 8. Everybody out of 2 just fine. Diving it down into turn number 3 already. Good jump there by Cossie. Side by side for second. That is Ryan Messer in the 16.
Yeah, Joshua, I don't know if this is a Waylon Jennings, Steely Dan.
Oh, no! Edward! Wow!
Oh, and Phillip comes in and slobber knocks him. Just nowhere for Phillip to go. He was up there already in the high lane, just nowhere to go. But just, you see there, the car snaps. He lands into the corner, and the car said, nope, not today. And away it goes. Just, oh man, the front end of the car, it hit the bump right there. You can see it right as it lands into the corner. Right there at the Cup Series sign right there. It just bounces right there in the front end of the car, and it just it could have been a lot worse because it starts to cut down the hill, but he corrects it to the right, and it's just
a hard
it could have been a lot worse,
man. Yeah, and then
everybody kind of, for the most part, avoids him, except for Phillip. Bless his heart.
Yeah, man, Phillip gonna
Robbie Stewart almost got a part of it. So
yeah,
he was lucky. There goes John.
Phillip Bridgman gonna have some significant
major damage.
Yeah.
Luckily, Phillip hit him kind of nose first, not a tire, or so it doesn't look like a toe's knocked out. But that's still, he might be a few laps. I don't know if he's just going to go ahead and put that on the haul or what, man. Like,
I don't know.
He started fourth, he dropped back, but you know, you never know what could. Oh man, you just hate to see that too for Edward. He was having a good top 2. I mean, he was right there with his friend Cossie. They were having a heck of a starter banger kick off this Richmond Fall Days. Like, I was about to say, don't know if we're in a ZZ Top concert. I don't know where we're at, man. The Grateful Dead has appeared, and they have brought their entourage. But
that was a violent hit. All right, well, let's get
gruesome, man. I've not seen a wreck like that at Richmond in a long time.
I haven't either. All right, well, let's see here if we can talk to maybe Deutscher. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get Deutscher up here real quick and have a talk with him. Deutscher, got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you were up there when that happened, buddy. Kind of, Kitty, give us a little intake on what you've seen up there and how you were, how you were able to get around it.
All I seen is all of a sudden this 8-car snap right, and my best thing was to do was just keep going. Hopefully it did not hit me, but it worked out okay. But Philip unfortunately got a little bit of that.
Yeah, Philip's gonna have a lot of damage here too, man. It's a tough break. Still a long way to go, buddy. Started 6th, still running at about that 5th spot, man. Do you how is the track feeling other than coming out of 2?
Little tight, but not too bad. I actually like the car too. It's just the worst place for this car.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna let you get back to it, buddy. Good luck down there. Let's see what happens.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yes, sir, Zach.
All right, Zach Deutscher there in the number 21, running 5th. Kind of get back up here real quick. See if the lights go off. If they go off, then we won't bring anybody else up here. If they stay on, we'll bring somebody else back up here. But
yeah, this should be the penultimate pace lap here. The light should be off.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. So getting doubled up. So Messer looks like he's going to be on the outside. Rongich is up here now in the 3rd position after starting in the 12th spot. Yarrow is going to be looking to be on that outside. He's going to be navigating that lane going through 1 and 2. David Cassidy in the 17 car is going to be in 6th position. So
yep, and we've got Deutscher running in 5th, who we just talked to. So
Munson is in 7th. We've got the other friend that Cassie has invited over, and he's supposed to be in the 20.
All right. Well,
top 8.
Yep. Here we go. Green flag is back out. That was a good start there. Good jump by not only the 88, but the 16 too. And now we're gonna get, man, the side-by-side racing coming out of 2. Very dangerous. And everybody made it.
Oh, but it was great.
Yep.
Great to see. What a great restart, getting up through the gears, getting through turns 1 and 2, nice. But like our stage winner pole sitter has said, every lap is treacherous on these low profile, no sidewall, Goodyear Eagle tires. So,
ooh, looks like Thomas Sherman had a little bit of a wiggle there. Not bad, but a little bit. David Cassidy right up ahead of him with Chris Paff. This is 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then Kyle Munson right up ahead of the 22 as well. Jason Adams. Oh, Jason. Oh, no. Robbie Stewart into the wall.
no, that was Munson.
Yeah, Stewart as well went into the wall, too. We had a double whammy.
Yeah, we almost had synchronized, not quite. They were off by just a couple of seconds, but it was like to the T, just about synchronized spinning off of turn number 2.
No yellow.
Caution became of either car because Stewart did not come to a complete stop, and once he came back onto the track, but he yanked it back onto the apron. So no caution, and in that time, Zachary Rongich probably thought there might have been a caution. He had possibly a spotter in his ear saying, wrecking off 2, take the lead, pounce.
Yeah.
So in that time frame, he has taken the lead away from Cossey, new leader, and Messer in 3rd position.
Yep, that'll be his 3rd lap lead for Rongich here. Cossey back into 2nd. Still a long way to go for everybody, though, so it's not over.
Break for Munson. Munson was running inside the top 10. He was running in 5th spot at the moment of him having his slider-rooney.
Slider-rooney?
Well, it wasn't completely a spin, so, I mean, he was just on for a drift kind of. So, turn number 2, just treacherous. You don't know if the car is just going to bounce wrong going into, setting into the corner like what happened with Edward in the 8, or if what we just saw with Munson and Robbie Stewart, if the car is just going to be like coming off of turn number 2, hey, I want to get back to the throttle, and the car's like, nope, not today. We are not doing that. I did not. And battle back up to a second and first. Cossie almost, I thought, was going to reel in Rongich, but Rongich getting off of turn number 2 ever so better. It seems like the exit of the corner, Rongich just ever so slightly with the cleaner air, mind you, able to just get off the corner better, but Cossie seems to just be eating him up just ever so slightly into the corner. And Messer able to, it could just be, like I said, with the dirty air, these cars really rely on that clean air.
Looks like Sailor's coming to the inside of David Cassidy. Yep. Family Dollar car. I was just at Family Dollar not even about an hour ago. And it looks like the Folgers 11 of Jim Coleman'sberger now, Battle of the 17 of Cassidy. That'll be for 11.
Two things there that should keep you awake. An energy drink and some coffee. Good old Folgers coffee.
I haven't had an energy drink in, oh golly, forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me. I don't believe in them either.
Well, that Red Bull that I bought when I quit drinking, it's still unopened and it's up there on my shelf. Unopened, mind you. So I've had it over a year on just hanging out. Kind of reminds me of, kind of what I went through and not go back, so.
Yes, sir.
Looking at Thomas Sherman here right now behind Chris Paff here. Chris is in 6th. I still haven't seen Tara in chat. She's hanging about somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's always lurking, right?
Yeah.
Top 7 separated by just 3 seconds there we saw with Sherman. So then right back here, Robbie Stewart and Jeff Gilmore, they're battling. Right behind them, that is when we will see Austin coming into the fray. So
like Robbie now trying to get around the Miller High Life 57 of Gilmore down into 1. I think the 57, I think Gilmore let him by. Oh, I think Robbie tagged the wall a little bit there, too.
See, there's Tara. She said she's here. There she is. Like I said, she always lurking.
Yeah, she lurking. Yeah. Tara lurking. Lurking Tara. Oh, Rogich got a little squirrely. It's all right, but see the little wiggle there by the 38. It's like Gilmore. Oh, Robbie having a moment. And he's going to stay low. He's going to let drivers go around him on the outside here, trying to pick back up speed. Going to fall back to the 13th, 14th spot, and he's still falling back. Once you get these tires heated up, Will, it's hard to get them things cooled back down.
Yes, indeed. It's just going to make the car even more just unruly, more unpredictable, just even more just wanting to snap out of the corner because you may have...
gosh, Robbie!
Trying to lock the car down, you could have maybe even flat spotted one of these tires.
He almost creamed the 77.
Poor Kevin Roy.
Oh, man. Yeah, Robbie come flying up to the back end of the 77. Of course, everybody's got their own different, let-off points, braking points, so, everybody, all the drivers have got to be, aware of that. I think Robbie kind of realized that, and he had to back off of it. Man, oh, man. Oh. Philip Bridgman.
I can't say enough, Josh.
Back for the lead. Oh no! Somebody's up into the wall. Ryan Messer.
Austin Sailors.
Oh yeah.
Wrong. It was our race leader. coming off of turn number 2. I don't know. It's all by himself. He just comes off of turn number 2.
Yep.
Car snaps away from him. Coming off of turn number 2. Treacherous corner here this evening at Richmond.
Yeah, we're going to
And-
look at it here, Will. So, yeah, out of 2, it looks like it. Yeah, it just snapped on it. Oh, something happened.
Oh, his steering. I bet you, if anything, his steering, something happened with his wheel. His wheel.
Yeah,
man.
because that is unlike Rongich to just.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to go cockpit here on. And. Oh, man, tough break
That's
for
wild.
Rongich. Yeah, because coming out of the corner. Something happened.
Oh man.
And there was,
man.
and then he gets hit again by Messer. Messer, I don't think, Messer just nowhere to go. You know,
His wheel just probably just in that split second or moment or something unsinks or.
yeah. Oh,
man.
man.
And unless we could get some type of word from Rongich, we are just purely speculating at the moment. But man, that is rough. That is tough. That is. I don't know what. I'm speechless.
Yeah, he's got
Right before the
major.
halfway mark.
Yeah, he's got major
Oh,
damage on there
everybody involved
too.
in this has
So
major
yeah.
damage, yes.
Well,
Ground
Zachary's
control,
left
major
wheel
damage.
ain't even spinning. So
Yeah, it is. It's locked up.
man.
What a drive back recovery after whatever just happened to Rongich's. I'm sure Rongich has a direct drive wheel, I think, and man, you know how finicky direct drives can be from time to time. You know,
I don't know because I don't have one. So I don't know how they
Okay,
are.
my apologies, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know
well,
how. The only wheels I've ever had is either belt driven or gear driven. So, I don't really know much about the direct drives. So I don't know really anything about them. You know.
Well, even the belt-driven wheels sometimes can be, I've got a G920, and those things can be kind of
Wonky.
They can have their issues.
Yeah, man.
I
would have to say Rongich, with that damage that he is still sitting on pit road. It's probably
he's loading it back up on the truck. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I mean
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he hit that wall hard, and Messer
was just an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
He just chilling, then all of a sudden, wow.
Yeah.
Robbie
Stewart's he's still on pit road, as well as Edward. So 4 drivers now with some significant damage sitting on pit road. I'm kind of heartbroken because.
Tara just said, thank you, relayed the message from her husband. She said she wasn't in the room, but
PC freezing.
Yes, thank you, helping me spit that out.
My gosh.
So basically, just losses of frame, right? And instead of like ghosting out, or not ghosting out, blinking, as it's referred to, instead of blinking, his car just kept turning.
Yeah,
off the corner.
His computer froze up, so there was nothing he could do. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's all you heard, Tara. So it very, very well possibility could have been that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I've seen it happen before, and that was the reason. After I got done calling the race, I got told that was the reason. Right?
All right, here we go.
Oh, what a wacky turn of events!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Lights or
That's part of racing.
green flag
Anything
back
can
out.
happen.
So looks like Ryan Messer is taking his car behind the wall. He is done for the evening. He is going to get ready for Michigan next week. Looks like Thomas Sherman trying to figure out a way to get around Yalro, who's on the outside now. Oh, man. A lot of battling going on.
And this kind of changes the complexity of the
Larry Blair! He got
behind him. Someone slapped the wall, though. No, I'm not sure who that was. That was Munson again. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was Munson.
He keeps having more problems with turn 2 as well. Bless his heart.
Yeah, man. And the 43 of Austin Sailors in a little bit of a sandwich here. Chris Paff, Jeff Gilmore. You know, you can buy the ghost candy that Chris is running on the paint there at Family Dollar.
If only we were sponsored by these stuff to actually plug
Right.
it and tie it in.
No, Larry Blair having a problem again. No, and he's got some big time damage on the 73 car, and he is trying to get it back to pit road here. He looks like he will manage to do that. Oh man, he is having some major steering problems here too. Oh man. Well, I hate to say it, but another one bites the dust.
And another one gone, and another one gone.
They're going to kill me for that. Oh, man. Robbie Darnell having a problem. No! Man. Turn 2, man. Man, oh man. Oh, lap 96 here, folks. Or 97, I should say, as it updates there now. So about 3 to 4 away before we hit the halfway. Mark Cossey has led 80 laps, Will. So about 20 more, and he'll lead 100 laps. That'll be, of course, the half, most of the race, half of the race here. And right now, he really doesn't have any pressure around him. The Motorcraft 21 of Zach Deutscher is about a second behind him. Michael Yarrow, though, in tow of the 21 there in third. Thomas Sherman, I gotta say, he's still hanging about here in fourth. Started seventh. Chris Paff moving on up. He is up 5 spots here in the 5th spot. Looks like David Cassidy and Austin Sailors right behind him there, battling real quickly. David going to take that 6th spot away. Austin back to 7th. Gilmore in 8th. Coleman Spurger 9th. And Jason Adams rounding out the top 10. Kyle Munson, Larry Blair, and Ryan Messer now out of the race. Jason Adams having another moment. Was able to get it straightened out. But 3 drivers, unfortunately, out here tonight. Zachary Rongich, Robbie Stewart, Edward. Still in pit road, though. In their pit box. Probably trying to get as much damage fixed as they possibly can, Will, to, pick up as many spots as, they possibly can. But they're running out of laps. And that required damage, once you get in the pit box, you know how it works. It won't let you go. You have to get it fixed.
Yes, sir. There's optional damage, and then there's actual
required. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I knew there was a word there I was searching for. Thank you. Required damage. You have to actually sit there, like you said. It's not going to make you. It's not going to let you leave until you. Yes, sir. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm flabbergasted by still Rongich's, and I had a typo whenever I shared the stream earlier. Yeah, I made a boo-boo. I don't want to say what I did, but let's just say I made a boo-boo whenever I put the caption of the link of the stream on
Cassidy! Hang on to it there! Oh! Oh, hang on. Yeah, or Sailors,
Austin,
yeah.
Between Austin, Jason, and Munson, man, we don't know who we're calling at the moment, but we're getting it down. We're getting it.
Yeah, Austin almost ran into the back of him. It would have been by complete accident. David just lost it trying to save it. Oh, man. Yeah, I think Robbie did hit the wall. He is coming up on Gomez, though. Gomez up into 13th here. Started 19th. Looks like still we do have, though, all 14 drivers that are out there are on the lead laps. So, You know, it is still anybody's race. I was going to say anybody's ball game, but this ain't a ball game, so... I mean, yeah, I guess you could consider it a ball game in a way. I mean, it's a race.
It's still technically a game of some sort. There's rules, regulations, and things you have to go by.
Yeah, I guess you could call it. I mean, I wouldn't call iRacing a game to some people, because it's not a game, it's a simulator. You know? Yeah. I mean, it's almost down as good as you can get without stepping foot into an actual race car. So
I mean, iRacing helped NASCAR model the next gen, you know, this Gen 7 Cup car.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they've done a lot. iRacing helped model the new formation of Atlanta. So they have, like you said, a simulation. You can get it. That's why it's called a simulation, because it's not quite getting it down to the actual T. It's like watching a simulation of the Titanic sinking, right? It's like, well, did that iceberg really exist to be that big? You know, did it cut that small of a hole or that big of a gash? Like, how big of a gash? It's a simulation.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I got a question. We're at lap 109. We're gonna hit one. Well,
yes, sir.
We're gonna hit 110. So, now most of the drivers have been out here at about 55 laps. Now we go back here to David Cassidy. He's only been out here 24. Philip Bridgman 24. Jason Adams 24. Kevin Roy 24 laps. Okay. How far will these guys that's been out here only 24, 25 laps, how far will they go knowing that they probably can't make it to the end? And when our leaders come down, those that have been out here 50, 60 plus laps, when will they, do you think everybody will, kind of come down at the same, time frame roughly, couple of laps? I mean, do you think somebody will chance it? What's your take on that, Will?
Well, like you said, we do have some different off-kiltered strategies from different competitors, right? So, I always, depending if I was running up front or if I was, it all depends on where I was running. If I was running up front, I always tried to run out the tires and fuel the best of my ability, and always pit whenever I felt was right. And then if I was, kind of lagging a little bit behind, I always tried to maybe short pit to make up some extra ground and hold off that, those drivers that was going to pit later that maybe had the better tires. Like it all kind of depending where the cards always fell, so to speak, right? So at the moment, though, policy is holding off Zach Deutscher and Michael Yarbrough.
Yep. I got a couple of packs. Ooh, man, Chris Paff all over the tail end of the 2023 car. 20 in the driver bar, 23 on the car. But Chris running up in the 5th, started 10th, so still, up there. And I'm sure Terry out there, saying, hey, shut up. Tell him to hush. All right, well. No, Chris Paff coming down pit road. All right. Well,
so this could start a chain reaction of green flag action pit stops here, with Chris making his pit stop.
More than likely a final pit.
Oh yes, this is, unless a late race caution happens where everybody comes down, but
And Zachary Rongich has taken his car behind the wall. So Munson, Blair, Rongich, Messer, unfortunately out of the race here tonight. Robbie Stewart and Edwards still sitting in their pit box here. Now they have been in their pit box roughly, well, one of them 26, coming up on 27 minutes. The other one 20 minutes. And Chris Paff is out and back out onto the racetrack, one lap down, but he's got the fuel, he's got the tires. For sure has the fuel to make it. Tires are going to be, you know, one of those, big question marks, you know. Does he try and save a little bit? Does he hammer down and go? You know, what does he do? I guess, you know, yellow will determine all that too.
Yeah, like I always tried to hope and just guesstimate that there would not be a caution during my pit strategy, you know, but normally a lot of people throw or calculate their pit strategy for it not to have cautions included because, right, you don't want that to factor in and always throw curveballs at you, right, or get pounded by the fastball, so to speak. But at the moment, as we have already been seeing Kossi leading for 105 laps.
106, it'll update, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, let's see here. I think Chris was the only driver. Yeah, he's the only driver to come down as of yet. So, man. We're just kind of waiting. Kind of see when everybody else decides to come down. Of course, I don't think Chris will come down again. I think he's done with his pit stops. Looks like Gilmore, Phillip, Jason now all sandwiched right here together. I think something happened to Jeff. I think he had a little moment there. Might have been drinking too much Miller and, you know. I got to pick on Jeff, you know. But nice to see Jason. What? I think I'll keep some.
Good,
yeah.
Good. You should join a choir.
Right. Man.
Yes, I would like some white rice with that.
White. Well, we almost had a sandwich going on there. Man, Jason. Now, these guys that have been out here, though, you know, 60 plus laps. But Jason's only been out here 40 laps. Phillip 40, Kevin 40, and Jason 40. As well as David Cassidy 40. Everybody else about 72. So 71, 72 laps. So just kind of looking at the, oh, and it looks like Kossi, our leader down pit road. Wow. No, that's Robbie Darnell. Never mind. Disregard that. Scratch that. Robbie Darnell down pit road. I thought Kossi came down pit road there. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Well, Zachary is out of the race here, Brian, so he's called it a night, man. He's going to get ready for Michigan next week. So, looks like Gomez on pit road as well. So, we're starting to see, you know, more drivers come down pit road. Oh no, Chris is doing a little bit of blinking there. Just a little bit, not much. Yeah, he had a little bit of a computer freeze here, and it looks like somebody else down pit road, Jason Adams, down pit road here. So we are having pit stops, 1, 2 cars here and there. we will be done with the race here in about 26.5 minutes under green. Now that's under green. We get a yellow, then we'll add a few minutes to it. But as of right now, we stay green. We'll be done at about 8:30, 8:35ish, somewhere around in there, Will, Central Time. So
Yes, sir.
these races with these guys, man, starting early, they know that people, live on the East Coast. It gets late, so if they started at 7:45, it wouldn't be, till, 9:30, 10:30 before they got done. So, they get in, get it done, get it over with, and, get ready for bed and redo it again next week. That's kind of why I like SRU. And my Wednesday series does the same thing. They also start early. So Rossi, 117 laps. Man. Well, might as well, Brian. I mean, we still got plenty of laps left to go here tonight. Taking a look at our total caution so far here. We had that stage caution. So in a total, we've had 4 yellows here. That does include the stage caution for 18 laps. Still have 66 laps to go, though. And just 2 lead changes. That's it. That's all we've had so far. Now that could change. So we'll just have to see how the rest of the race plays out here. But right now, Kasi, he's going to come away with the most laps led regardless here tonight.
Yes, as we saw earlier while Roglic was leading this race coming out of turn number 2, anything can happen in motorsports, whether it's in the sim world or the real world.
Yeah.
It is always going to be a handful and unpredictable as always. Like we said at the top of the show, Joshua, chaos is going to be chaos reigns, right? So it obviously rains here this evening at Richmond, and it finally looks like, at least at the track, the haze is kind of at least lifted or went away. It could be because the lights beaming down kind of make it look deceiving, but
yeah. Whoa, y'all having a moment attitude. Good save, keeping it off the wall. I believe y'all will probably coming down pit road here sometime soon. He's been out here 83 laps. Well, now 84. Man. And it looks like Thomas, Mr. Sherman, down pit road. So he is going to be finalizing his stop. Now is the question of, okay, when is Kasi, Neuscher, Yarrow, Cassidy, Sailors, Coleman'sberger, when is these guys going to come down? How long is Cassidy going to stay out there? He's been out here 54 laps. And here comes Joseph Kasi. Did he get it? Rode down in time. Whoa! He had to lock it up. Oh, we're about to find out after he makes his pit stop here. Zach Neuscher leading a lap. He's coming down pit road. Yarrow's going to stay out, take over the lead. He will lead a lap. Looks like also we have Coleman'sberger on pit road. Sailors down as well. Well, things are heating up, Will, on pit road.
yes, we are seeing now pretty much everybody take their final pit stop of the evening, apart from Chris Paff, who was really the
He started
he's,
it.
Trying. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Having a tough time with the English this evening, apparently.
Yeah, he started
So-
everything, and now everything's kind of, starting to kind of cycle through here. Kevin Roy down pit
Yes,
road as
fine,
well. Michael Yarrow, though, still out there on the track.
Yes, Chris Paff had that short pit
Yep.
strategy. There we go.
David
That's
Cassidy.
what I was trying to spit off.
Yep, Kevin Roy. Did I say Kevin Roy was down pit road? I think I did. Well, anyway, Kevin Roy's down pit road
Yes,
too.
sir.
So, so it looks like a Yarrow. Here comes Michael Yarrow down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to David Cassidy. Can he? Yep, he'll lead a lap here. So David, looks like David Cassidy. And looks like Philip Bridgman. Jeff Gilmore be the last drivers have to come down pit road. They're going to have to come down at some point. Question is, when? That's going to be the question. Maybe banking on a late race yellow, you know, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, you never can tell in the last 50, you know, 6 laps, 54 laps, what can happen here at Richmond. Like we've already seen so far this evening, some pretty wacky, crazy stuff happen.
What happened to, see, Darnell has been on pit road. Yeah, he's got that damage. That's right. I was wondering what happened to Darnell. He's got all that damage on that car. And, man, required. Probably had a meatball, so had to come down at some point. I know what's calling my name for dinner time after we get done with the race here tonight. A couple of cans of chicken and dumplings. Had to look at it because I forgot. Just a flesh wound. Nick the, oh, Robbie, oof. Nick the water barrels. Did you nick the water barrels or did you clean them out? Because from the looks of your vehicle, it looks like you cleaned them out. Just, you know, kind of throwing that out there. Man. Well, David Cassidy still leading the way here. Chicken over broccoli rice with asparagus and cheese. That actually sounds good, Tara. Now you're really making me hungry. Nope, David Cassidy, 64 laps. Philip Bridgman. Ooh, somebody got loose. I believe that might have been the 33 of Gomez. Yep, Gomez got a little square in the back there, but looks like he's all right. No more left. Dadgummit. I like all that. All right. 50 laps remain here tonight. And if my calculations are correct, I still don't think David can make it. 49, so 48 laps.
It seems like Dave really trying,
115.
you know, praying for that caution type of scenario, right?
Yeah,
So,
115 laps. I don't think he can't make it. Ain't no way. Well, yeah, I don't think he can go 115 laps. I've been surprised before, so 3 drivers. We only have 3 drivers on the lead lap right now. David Cassidy, our leader, Philip Bridgman, and Joseph Cossey. Michael Yarrow kind of, I mean, the rest of this group trying to wait, you know, see it, you know, everything cycle through once everybody pits. That'll put, of course, Joseph back up in the lead once David and Philip pit. But these guys, I think, like he's talking about, Will, I think they're trying to bank on a late race yellow here. Now, if Joseph catches up to them and passes them, do you go ahead and come down pit road knowing that, you know, Joseph got around you? Do you just go ahead and come down?
yeah, I would just go ahead. I would have already, like I said earlier, I would have probably already made my pit stop. I wouldn't have tried to already stay out here. That's just me, though. Like you said, like, everybody's different. Everybody has different strategies, different opinions that they're going to try to work out through the course of the race, and that's what we're seeing here. Something could always happen. Bring one of those terrible towels into play.
Yep. And not a fan of the coleslaw, Eric. You can keep that. Corn on the cob, though. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes. Well,
Oh, I bet you like my mom's coleslaw.
I do not like coleslaw.
Oh, okay, you just
Yeah.
don't like it. You 10-4, 10
Yeah,
I don't like a lot of things.
I didn't like making it. Oh, looks like Jeff Gilmore just
Yes, that was Jeff Gilmore
came
coming
back
out the pits.
out. Yeah, so still 2 drivers. Cassidy and Phillip still need to come down at some point. But yeah, now I guess it's called Italian coleslaw. I guess that's what it's called. A friend of ours makes it. Now I will eat that. For some reason I like it. But regular coleslaw like at KFC or whatever, no, I won't touch it. I didn't like making it when I worked there, let alone eating it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I eat that is just homemade, like cheeseburgers, coleslaw. Yeah, there's a lot of store-bought stuff I don't eat.
Robbie, it looks like Brian says, has a question for everyone. What's your favorite kind of ice cream? Well, if I eat ice cream, I'll get onto that here in a minute because Joseph Cossey has just caught Phillip Bridgman. So Joseph is going to go up into second now, and he is trying to run down David Cassidy, who is coming out of 4. He's going to hit the stripe there, and Cossey is just coming out of 2. So there is still about a half a track, half the track still left for Joseph to catch up to David. But Phillip did get passed up by Cossey. Yalro and Deuscher on the lead lap now. So Chris Paff would be the next driver here momentarily once he got around David to get back on the lead lap. That'll put 6 drivers on the lead lap.
We've got 37 laps to go.
Yep, winding them down here, folks.
I like chocolate ice cream, Neapolitan, and cookies and cream. If I had to, pick just one, I guess just chocolate. Just give me chocolate. I'll go with the chocolate.
Let's see here, Robbie out there. I like this 17 car out front. Yeah, David Cassidy, yeah, the monster. Yeah, I mean, he's out
David
front,
Cassidy's
but
a good short track racer.
yeah, I just don't think he can go the distance, though. I mean, this would put him at 79 laps on this stint, and
yeah, he's gonna have to pit in a little bit. Like he still can stay out here a little bit longer, but yeah, he's not gonna be able to make it 40 or 35 more laps. Excuse me.
Hey, there comes David Cassidy. Just talking about him down pit road. I think Joseph Cossey will be able to get around him. Going to put him back up front here. Joseph trying to get around Mr. Coleman'sberger there.
Coleman'sberger.
Yeah, I almost called him Gilmore.
Oh.
Yeah, right. I know. I think Jim would probably dumped coffee on me for doing that one. But Cossey back out front. Yalro second. Bridgman third. Deuscher fourth. Paff fifth. Sailor 6th, Sherman 7th, Cassidy right now in 8th, and as of right now, he is going to be 8th. Well, there goes Coleman'sberger in 8th now, Cassidy 9th, Kevin Roy in 10th, and that is our top 10. After everything has cycled through, now, when will Phillip Bridgman come down? Because Phillip now has been out here 82 laps.
Just a few more laps probably, or maybe just a couple of more laps. Maybe even this lap. I don't see. No, I'm not pitting this lap. But probably in the next handful of laps, he will bring that 500th car. .com, you know, Chevy down pit lane.
Yeah. I'm kind of being.
Because he is also not going to be able to make it all the way either.
Yeah,
So.
I like cookie dough ice cream if I eat ice cream. I'm not really much into sweets, but when I do eat ice cream, that is, you know, my favorite. I can buy,
great.
I can buy a candy bar and, you know, I can eat a piece of it and it'll fit in the fridge or on my desk or in my drawer for months before I eat the rest of it. I gotta be in the mood to eat sweets. I really do.
Same,
you know, I've still got a big thing of Mike and Ike's. I love Mike and Ike's, but I gotta be in the mood to eat them. So, we're sitting here talking about food and sweets and candy, and it's making me hungrier and hungrier here tonight. Oh, man. Cassidy getting around Jim there for 8. Just seen that happen. That's those fresh tires for Cassidy. He's been out here 5 laps. And he is on the lead. No, he's not on the lead lap. He is the first driver a lap down after getting around Jim. So, Cassidy, last driver on the lead lap is Austin Sailors back here in 7th.
Closing in on 25 to go, Joshua.
Yep, closing in, yep. And if Cassidy, and I say if because, you know, anything can happen in 26, 27 laps. If Cassidy wins tonight, this is going to be, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. His 7th win overall, and it'll be 4 in a row for Joseph Cassidy. We were off last week, so you know technically still 4 in a row because he won 2 weeks ago at Pocono. I thought tonight was Pocono because the points wasn't updated yet, so I looked at it wrong. No, I wasn't the only one that looked at it wrong because Robbie also put Pocono. So Robbie, I'm picking on you there, buddy. You know. So, we had to change it.
Yes, even the league, you know, owners, admins, and everybody, and commentators, even they can be all confused sometimes.
Yep. Well, you know, Robbie trying to, you know, run, you know, do his part in the league, and then, of course, you know, do, you know, get his computer fixed and everything. He had a lot on his plate. There goes the 17 of David Cassidy back on the lead lap now after getting around Cassidy. Well, he's not completed it fully, but there he goes. But, you know, I wouldn't rule anybody still out of the race. Like I said, until we hit the you know, the checkered flag, it's still anybody's race. Coleman'sberger, Roy, Adams, Gomez, Gilmore, even though he's 2 laps down. I mean, he could still somehow get back on the lead lap and grab the win here tonight. So, you know, it's not over.
Oh, no, it's not over yet. We haven't seen no checkered flag, so ain't seen nobody burning it down. You ain't talking to nobody after this race yet, so it is most certainly not over. But the haze is gone, so that's good. Just, you know, doesn't look like it. It looks like it might be. Let's knock on some wood here. Green to the finish here in the final 20 laps of the race here at Richmond. And doesn't.
Yep.
Anything can still happen though at turn number 2, even turn number 4 maybe, but
there it is, folks. 20 laps to go here tonight. Oh man, tough break for Munson, Blair, Rongich, Messer, Robbie Stewart, and Edward. Man, they were having such good runs out here tonight, Will, and it's a heartbreaker. You know, and even Robbie Darnell, he, you know, trying to, you know, make his way back up through the field, and you know, he just decided, I guess, you know, hit the cones out there, or not the cones, but the trash cans. I know it was a complete accident. I'm picking on Robbie, but, you know, heartbreaker for Robbie Darnell here, too, you know. And Richmond's not an easy track. You know, it races like a mile and a half, even though it's a short track. I mean, they're reaching speeds of 150, 155 miles an hour, depending on, you know, where they're at, and, you know, what the tires are like. So it's not, well, there it was 130, but so 130, 135, 140, somewhere around in there. So it's not easy by any means. And, you know, a tough break for, you know, some of these guys. But, you know, this Michigan next week, big, wide, 2-mile track. Going to see a lot of drafting. Clean air going to be, you know, I think the biggest key there. As I think Philip Bridgman is, yeah, coming down pit road here. So, 97-lap run there for Philip Bridgman. Man.
He got all that car could take.
Yeah, I had it down at 92 to 98 laps, so that's a long time out there on the track. I don't think Joseph wants to see a yellow here. You know, I think he's really wanting to try to get this race won. Michael Yarrow sitting right there in second. Zach Neuscher third, Chris Paff fourth, and Thomas Sherman right now rounding out the top 5 with 15 to go. It'll be 14 this time by. And I mean, it's not set in stone, but as of right now, that is the way everybody looks like we are going to end. David Cassidy is coming up on Austin, though, for 6. So we could have a potential pass here from the 17 to the 43. There is about a 24-lap difference between Austin Sailors and David Cassidy, so we'll kind of see what kind of transpires with them two here. But 11 people out there tuning in right now. 5 likes, folks. Can we hit 10 likes out here tonight before we're done? 12 laps to go here tonight at Richmond Raceway, the Daybush Sim Racing English Cup Series Season 15, round number 18. Of course, next week, as I stated, we are going to be at Michigan. Then we go to Daytona night. So a couple of good back-to-back tracks there. I love Michigan. Love me some super speedway action. Then we go to another speedway. Of course, we all know it's going to be a tough track. Looks like an egg shape. Southern 250, Darlington. To round out August, we're going to be pulling 184 laps there. Oh, we get a late race yellow. I did not see this coming.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yep.
Anything could happen coming off of this corner here. Turn number 2. Austin. Oh.
I don't think.
Oh, okay. No. Well, the car is a bit unruly. He catches it. Okay, so
out of.
And then it
Oh,
goes away on him again.
Yeah.
And nowhere for Cassidy to go.
Yeah,
He just kind of finishes him off, right? But
yeah.
Austin was trying to lock it down, save the car, but he had caught it once in the center of the corner. Cassidy had let him. And, oh, that happened right in front of the leader, too.
Yeah.
Joseph Dossie right in front of the race leader. Cassidy had just got his lap back.
And
Man,
Cassidy will stay on the lead lap here, but, you know, man, oh, man. Everybody down pit road. Late race yellow here tonight. Oh, man. All right, Darnell, I know you're out in chat here. Very, very, very interesting what happened out there, but you know, turn 2 has been the problem turn for pretty much everybody out here tonight, and man, well, Kelsey out. Oh, hey, hang on just a second. All right, Kelsey out front, Yarrow second, it looks like. Neuscher third. Now I have Jim in 4th as of right now. I believe Jim is going to come down pit road here, yes. So, Well, what a turn of events out here at Richmond. With 8 to go, caution about 9 to go, or 10 to go. Well, yeah, Ralphie, it's going to make it interesting for sure. This is going to put the Sailors. Well, Phillip is right ahead of the leaders. So I do believe Phillip. Hey, Phillip's not going to get the wave around. Austin is the first driver a lap down. Jason is also on the lead lap, right up ahead of the leader of Joseph Cossey. Very interesting turn of events here tonight. Of course, we do get 3 GWC attempts if
Took the word right out of my mouth.
we need to use them. Yep, I'm good at that, Will.
Because when we go back green here, I don't think we're going to be going back green.
4
with
to
the
go.
green light checker.
Let's see.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it
be.
should be either 5 or 5 to go.
It'll be. Let's see. We just hit 6 to go there, so it'll be 5 to go when we get green. Yep. So it'll be 5 to go. So we're kind of at that. We're kind of at that window there, I guess you could say, of a GWC attempt. If we get a quick yellow, that'll set it up for one. I don't think anybody would come back down pit road, but this is definitely a turn of events here. As the pace car has dove off to the safety of pit road once again here tonight into the Geico start zone. Straight back out. Here we go with the late racy yellow. That changed everything up. And back underway here tonight in the battle for third. Chris Paff, Michael Yarrow. Looking behind them. Here we go. Yarrow, Sherman, Cassidy. Oh, we're getting wiggly. Oh, no. We're going to have another yellow here, folks. Oh. And it looks like out of turn 2. Thomas Sherman. Looks like that car just snapped on him. Yep, right there. And right up into the 17 of David Cassidy. And I don't know how.
Hate to see it for Thomas. He was having a terrific, top 5, top 10 run tonight. And then David Cassidy, who was trying to play the strategy cards correctly, right to a T, just unfortunately wrong place, wrong time for Cassidy. Hate to see it for both parties involved.
Yeah. Well, lights are still on, so I do believe this is going to set up. Yeah,
Yes,
this
it
will
will.
set up a
Yep, green light
GWC
checker.
attempt. What a 3 here. Let me go ahead and get that ready here, folks. All right, 3 attempts. Nah, Eric ain't nervous. Why would Eric be nervous? Eric ain't out here racing. Hey, Eric, don't you have iRacing? I mean, you have to, I guess, if you make paints, so... I just never hardly ever see you race, so kind of curious. All right, GWC attempt number 1 coming up. Cossey, Deutscher, Yarrow, Paff, Cassidy, Coleman-Sperger, Roy. Sherman is still out there. Then in the 8th. Sailors, Adams, that's the top 10 top 10 on the lead lap. Philip Bridgman is 1 lap down, as well as Jeff Gilmore. Gomez is 2 laps down. And it looks like we're going to see the drivers that are laps down go to the back end here. I do believe, yeah, Philip is pulling down onto the apron here and letting the lead lap cars kind of come around them. Well, Joseph Cossey has led 157 laps here, about to be 158. Because they do count. I mean, these laps do count. So.
Yeah, it's not like we're racing on a dirt track.
Nope.
The caution laps don't count.
All right.
Didn't that used to ever grind your gears, Joshua? Joshua, if you call dirt track races and the caution laps don't count?
Well, I hardly ever called dirt, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm more of the asphalt concrete guy. Now,
Gotcha,
if they race on dirt in the season, then then yeah, I'll call it because that's part of the season. But I hardly ever did dirt. Rudy was more into the dirt than I was. So, well, here we go. Pace car is off and away. GWC attempt number 1 about to get underway. There it is. Green as hell. Boy, that 21 took off like a rocket.
Yeah,
I
really
don't know. I hope he does not get a black flag. Did he jump it too early? That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh,
That's a good
wiggle.
possibility.
Ooh, big wiggle back here in the back. And here we go.
Yarrow fighting alongside with Deutscher.
White
as
flag.
Cossey
1 to
takes the
go.
Yes, sir. Here goes Pat.
Yeah.
Trying to get a run on
Whoop.
the battle for. Oh no!
Oh. Oh no! Battle for second, but Joseph Cossey gonna grab the win here tonight, and Zach Deutscher gonna grab a P2 here this evening. Yarrow! Man, that was close for P2 for Yarrow. Good finish though. Man!
Side by side photo finish. But yeah, tragedy.
Ah.
Just knocking on the door of a podium finish.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately, turn number 2, bit another one here this evening.
Yeah,
And
man.
Cossey wins 6 in a row.
Not 6 in a row, but that's
Oh, my 6 on the season.
7 on the season.
Man, I'm just.
7,
Man,
yep. 7 on the
guess
season and 4 in a row.
yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Joshua.
Yeah.
That's why you got me here to correct me with my mistakes. I guess.
Yep. Well, you're here to correct me when I'm wrong. So we'll
Yeah,
just
yeah,
work.
I know,
We'll
I'm
just
messing
work
with you.
together.
Well, yeah.
All righty, folks.
You mess with me, I mess with you.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, we'll
Papa
get
John's sure sounds good.
Papa John's. Here we go again, talking
Yeah.
about food. All
Well, it's
righty,
right there.
folks. Oh, where? Oh, yeah, I see it.
On the wall.
Yeah, I see it on the wall. Well, we'll get the top 3. Oh, well, top 2 up here. Yarrow don't have a mic, unfortunately. So, we'll get the top 2 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Of course, Michael Yarrow. Big shout out to Yarrow on a 3rd place here tonight. Well fought here, too. So, hang tight, folks. We'll get our winner and our P2 up here tonight. So, hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, I have caught up with our first and second here tonight. I do want to give a big shout out to Michael Yarrow, though. I mean, started in 11th, in the number 45. I mean, finishing third out here tonight. He was right there, Will, with Zach, and Zach was able to get around him for the P2 spot. But hey, Michael Yarrow finishing third. I mean, good points night. For Yarrow here this evening. So, a big shout out to you, Yarrow, out there. We still got to get you a mic so we can, give you some interviews, buddy. So, but we're going to go ahead and jump down here to of course, our P2 finisher here tonight, Zach Deuscher here this evening. Zach, man, crazy race out there here tonight, buddy. Richmond short track, 1.5 mile style racing, man. It was crazy out there tonight, buddy. Kind of talk about the overall racing for you. Green flag, runs out there, man. Even green flag pit stops here tonight. You led 2 laps, and, we were coming down to the wire here under the green, white, checkered tent, buddy, man. Talk about it, buddy. We got to hear from you, man.
Oh man, what a good race. The car was the first run before stage break. It was kind of just trying to test how much you can push your car for tire wear. Kind of learn what you had to do. And second stint was just all about maintaining, having a good pit stop, and just maintain a good pace without overusing your car. And the race car was really good. The only thing was it's a little loose off of 2. It's got annoying after a while, but you always had to watch it. Other than that, my car was really good. I can't complain too much about it. The race was really good too for the most part. I just wish there wasn't a caution at the end because I don't know, I could have took a third like that any day, but I'm glad I got second instead.
Well, kind of talk about the tire wear because, that really, I mean, you guys were pushing, y'all were, 70, 80, 90 laps. And then, Kossi even said that every lap tires would fall off. What did you feel out there throughout the race and that long green flag run?
I don't know how it wasn't as bad as the first run. I really didn't notice much of this difference. My car was really good in the long run. It seemed like the only thing was, 2, it's just steadily there. But I mean, my car on a long run. I mean, some people, if you push it, you're obviously going to get that push up and center off. But if you just, let the car do what it wants to do and save, you can do pretty good around here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a crazy race. I mean, it was a crazy race. I mean, good race. A lot of battles out there.
Finish.
Yeah, and a great finish. I mean, it was insane the way, the way it all ended, and the battles up front here too. But Richmond's over with. We do go to one of my favorite tracks, 2 mile track next week. We go to Michigan, 100 laps. How do you feel about Michigan?
I love Michigan, but I hate it at the same time. I kind of think of it as super speedway. It's going to be a draft fest for the most part. It's going to be, unless we have green flag pit stops, it's going to be a basically group racing. I think for the most part, it's going to be very hard to break away. You're probably going to be seeing the swerving on the back and front stretch kind of breaking away from the draft, I feel, next week.
So you're thinking, Michigan gonna be a super speedway style race, and then we go to Daytona the following week for
It's a little more super speedway than Michigan.
Yeah,
it's still all the same. If we're in a draft, like a DRS train or draft train is a super speedway too. If you can't break away.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, buddy. I love Michigan. Very wide. Going to see a lot of battles, I think, out there. Of course, like he was talking about, we do get that green flag pit stop. That is, I think, going to kind of separate the field a little bit. But, we'll see kind of what happens going into next week, buddy. Awesome job out here tonight in a P2, man. I know you got a few final thought shout-outs, thanks you want to give, so I'll turn the mic over to you, bud.
Firstly, to you guys, always a pleasure rewatching or watching your broadcast during the race. Being partnered with RKR now, a really good group of guys. It's kind of sad to see Zach get out of the race. So he has a fast car. All my friends, Will, Philip, Leah, my family, a couple of my family members watch. This league, great league. Wood Brothers with Motorcraft and all Ford Performance, man. I can't ask for a better car team.
All righty, Zach. We'll go celebrate your P2 here tonight, buddy. We will see you next week in the Irish Hills of Michigan, bud.
Heck yeah. Thanks, guys.
You too, bud. All righty, folks. Well, we know him well, and I think we're just going to have to make a room up here for him because, well, he's been up here several times this season already. He led 160 laps here tonight. won the stage, grabbed the pole. What else can we say? The Abruzzi 88, AC Dilko, machine of Joseph Colsey. Joseph, 4 wins in a row. And that is your 7th win overall. But, man, you had your fair share of fights out here tonight, buddy. Talk about it. What a crazy way to end it. And, man, there were some battles out there. We got to hear from you, bud.
Man, well, it was crazy. In the middle there, Rogic got past me. I got loose, and freaking next thing you know, Rogic has what you call it, computer issues.
Yeah.
And freezes right in the middle of the field, and somehow I just scapegoat my way through.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was insane. I was hoping to get a run with Rogic, try to see if I could get past him, but didn't get really a chance. Got a couple laps of battle with him, but man, that was crazy in itself. When we had that long run there at the end, the last stop we made, I was babying it. I let Yarrow catch up to me. I kept it in 5th for most of that last stint, and then right when I seen him get like 2.5, I started shifting again. So it was that as well. So I was just biding my time. I was just cruising out there. We were in cruise control.
Cruise control. Well, that cruise control, I think, almost bit you. To be honest with you. We seen a lot of drivers out here tonight. Turn 2 was treacherous. I mean, how was turn 2 for you? Because I know it bit several drivers out here tonight. How did you manage it?
The racetrack was so freaking cold. It was in the 60s on the track down. And man, you tell you had cold tires. Boy, you was in for a ride. If those bad boys weren't hot, there was no grip.
So it was like an ice rink out there, basically.
Basically, until you got heat in the tires, it was ice rink.
Man.
Which also what I did for that last stop, underfield the car so it would be tighter in the start, and I also threw my brakes forward because we weren't gonna make the same mistake what I did with the Rogic letting them get by me.
Okay, so a little bit of strategy call there. Now I do got one more question before we get to talk about next week. Rogic having computer issues. Unfortunately, I hate it for him because that. That could have been, but it could have been between you and Rogic out here tonight. So with that being said, if Rogic, didn't have that problem, what do you think would have happened down there between y'all two? I mean, do you think it would have been, possibly a side-by-side for the win, battle up front between you and him here tonight? I know it's kind of hard to say, but, your thoughts on that, because that was a battle.
It was hard. It's hard to say. Like I said, this place is so hard to pass. You have to set up your passes like 20 laps in advance.
Wow.
It's so hard to get around people here. And once when you're in front, it's like you control the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get past somebody. Either you undercut them on the pit strategy, or you try to burn your shit up as much, and hopefully somewhere down the line he burns the stuff up more than you.
Yeah, I mean it was a crazy turn of events here with that late race yellow to kind of set up, let's see, we had a caution at about 9 to go, then we had one to set up that GWC attempt. So, a lot of turn of events down there. And like I said, like I was telling Will, it ain't over until that checkered flag. It's anybody's race. So, and really it was. I mean, if you had made a little, just even the slightest, yeah, I mean, it could have cost you. So,
Yarrow was right there, right to the catbird seat.
Yeah, they were right there, man. And even Path, Path coming out of 2, unfortunately it bit him there too, but, he was right there. So, there was a lot of things that could have happened after the white flag that could have happened. And, those things, didn't happen, but it could have. It very well could have. So,
it could have.
Yeah. Well, next week we go to Michigan, to a mile track, very wide, very fast, super speedway style racing. not a super speedway, but, you know, it's kind of like Richmond. Richmond's not a mile and a half, but it races like a mile and a half. Michigan is a speedway, races like a super speedway. So, your thoughts on Michigan, and, well, can you make it 5 in a row?
Hey, what are you going? You never know.
Right.
I mean, we'll just have to see. I feel strong. I feel good about Richmond. Not Richmond.
We ain't
Michigan.
going back to Richmond.
I don't want to go back either. Once is enough. But yeah, I feel good about Michigan. I usually get pretty good finishes there. I do very well there. Hopefully my teammates don't die like they did tonight.
Oh, man.
Thomas and Ed there. Ed took a big right to the wall there.
Yeah.
Feel bad for him, and Thomas. He kind of got damaged there at the end, and freaking he DQ'd himself because he had a meatball.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man, well, then that happens, you know, when you get that meatball, you have to come down within, I think it's like 3 laps, or it will DQ you, so.
Yeah, I think he's just set out, he just ran the laps out, hopefully I think he got the 3, I figured he'd be alright, because he had 3 green, you know, the 3 laps for the green, white, checkered or whatever, but it's still DQ.
Oh, man. All right, well, I mean, there's always next week in Michigan. We'll kind of see what happens, Joseph. You know, awesome win out here tonight, buddy. You held on to it. I know you've probably got a few final thought shout-outs, thanks you want to give, as always, for your win here tonight, so I'll turn it over to you.
And thanks for everybody that's let me be here, and freaking thanks Robbie for putting on this league, and you know this series has been pretty good. Well, I've enjoyed myself, and thank the broadcast, thank everybody that comes out and be's a part of it. You know, it's pretty green, you know, green flag racing here.
Yeah.
We don't really have very much cautions, and it's very fresh up right there,
Yeah.
or you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I think I'm going to have to send you a paint over after I get it made and put a big target on your backside there. So, because, you know, you keep winning, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, you know, but hey, that's just goes to show the caliber of racer you are. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, go celebrate your win out here tonight, Joseph. And we'll see you next week on Michigan, buddy.
All right, appreciate
Yep.
it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. Well, I got to say, man, this was a crazy turn of events there at the end, you know, with the late race yellow and the GWC, you know, the one that we had to use. But, you know, overall, Will, I mean, we had pretty much everything out here tonight. We didn't have 4 wide, thank God. But, you know, 3 wide, green flag pit stop, side-by-side racing. I mean, we had pretty much, you know, a good overall, you know, a little bit of everything. It was a great race. All right. Well, I think Will had to step away here real quick, but we're going to go ahead and jump down here to the unofficial results. I do believe that is what they are going to be here. Yeah, they're still going to be unofficial here tonight. Pity giddy admin stuff they have to do here tonight. But Joseph Cossey grabbing another victory here tonight. That is going to be 7 overall and 4 in a row for Joseph Cossey. Zach Deuscher there in second. Very close, though, with Michael Yarrow. Man, Michael was right there, too. He'll finish in third. David Cassidy in fourth. Jim Coleman-Sperger fifth. Kevin Roy sixth. Jason Adams in 7th, Austin Sailors in 8th. Chris Paff, man, coming out of turn number 2, trying to just hammer it down there. And, man, a hard look into the inside wall. He will finish in 9th, but, man, he was right up there in the top 4. And, man, tough break for Chris. Philip Bridgman in 10th. Jeff Gilmore in 11th. Gomez in 12th. Now, Thomas Sherman, tough break for Thomas here tonight as well in 13th. Robbie Darnell likewise. Man, tough break for Robbie there in 14th. Killing the trash cans, that's what I call them, at the entrance to pit road. Kyle Munson, man, these guys back here, tough break by these guys, man. Kyle in 15th, Larry Blair 16th, Zachary Rogich 17th, Ryan Messer in 18th, Robbie Stewart 19th, and Edward Career Jr. in 20th. So 20 drivers out here tonight. Great race here this evening, folks, but our winner here tonight, Joseph Cossey, here this evening. Of course, tomorrow night we are going to be back in action with Proton. You don't want to miss it. 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central, right here on MaxspeedTV. A big shout out to, of course, everybody over here at Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series. Big shout out to everybody in chat here tonight. A big shout out to Will for jumping up here and, you know, helping me call these races here, you know, for SRU here this season. But, you know, we've got more racing still yet to do here for SRU. But until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.